Unfortunately, I sold the airplane that was in that picture. Thank you, thank you. This is a great evening, and I'm very happy to be here. I got the email actually, when we were in our home in Italy, and I was thrilled, excited. It was an early morning, and when Carolyn got up, I showed her the letter, and she was excited too, and let me tell you how excited she was. Her response was, "Oh, isn't this wonderful? I may be able to meet Von Miller." So I hope it works. So I have been associated with Texas A&M since 1953 when I came as a freshman. And there have been some changes that some people might notice. Got married and came back in '62 to work on a doctorate, and then went on a postdoc year, and came back on the faculty in 1966. So I've had 51 years on the faculty at Texas A&M, working in physics, and I have enjoyed many, many years. I've enjoyed my students and working with students all these years, and in many, many different classes that I've taught in physics. So, however, the last 35 years have been very, very nice because I've had the privilege of working with great people involved with athletics. So for 35 years, I have been the faculty athletics representative for Texas A&M, and I have got to know and work with many of the athletes over the years, and I've worked with the directors of athletics since Marvin Tate, and many, many years ago, and all of the others since. And I have been able to work with all of the presidents at Texas A&M since General Rudder, so it goes back a few years. Jarvis Miller first appointed me to the Athletic Council in 1978 when Marvin Tate was the athletic director, and Emory Ballard was the football coach. And then a few years later, Frank Vandiver appointed me to the position of faculty athletics representative when Jackie Sherrill, who I wish I knew where he was the athletic director and head football coach. So those were starting my great years in this position. I worked with a lot of presidents, and the thing I noticed were they were all older than I was at that time. I worked with President Vandiver, and then Ray Bowen came along. Ray Bowen was a student with me. He was a year behind me, and so when Ray Bowen was president, I was working with him. The problem there was he told everybody that I hazed him when he was a student. Not true, not true. And then a few years later, Bowen Lofton became president. Bowen Lofton was one of my students in physics. I hired him as a student worker when I was department head. I started feeling old then, but have had a great time on the faculty, certainly a great time working with athletes and the people in athletic administration all these years. And I wouldn't change anything that has happened. It's all been great. It's been a great, great 51 years on the faculty working for Texas A&M, and many years before that as a student. So I want to thank everyone. I want to thank the folks in the Letterman's Association. This is really a great honor, and I'm very, very happy and excited about it. Thank you, Buck Pruitt, and thank you, Kathy and Lindsay, for all the help that you have given me here. And in closing, I would like to thank David Batson for his comments. David Batson, for those of you who don't know, is the Associate AD for Compliance at Texas A&M. He has a great staff. He is in my opinion, the best compliance officer in the country. Every school in the NCAA has a compliance office, and David Batson has done a great job and is doing a great job, and I thank him for his very nice comments. So thank you very much. It's been a great evening.